What's going on, everyone? This is a look inside with Rasharn Medina. Today I want to talk about perceptions. Perceptions to me are the type of lens that we have over the reality that we're viewing. And so, with that being said, there's many ways that we can perceive the world, or that the type of lens that we could have. We could be using a lens that is particular to our gender, particular to our ethnicity, particular to our physical location or geographic location. We could be using something like age, generational gaps. We could be using basically what we see on the media, all to inform our perception, all as a basis of how we see reality. And we tend to apply it as if it's objective, but it's actually very subjective. It's influenced by many external factors rather than what is actually going on internally to make sure that the lens is as to the center as possible. But really, a lot of things can affect it. And so, with that being said, one thing I do, urge people to think about is what is affecting your perception in particular. For me, growing up, I know that all the things that I just listed were affecting my perception and still are to a certain extent. Me being a male, me being multiracial, I'm African American, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican, I am Caucasian, but specifically Caucasian from the UK, United Kingdom. So I have a mixed cultural and ethnic background, so that in and of itself affects my lens to a certain extent. So different than it would if someone was just one ethnicity, or if I was living, let's say if I was even living and raised in the Dominican Republic versus being raised in England, I would have still two completely different perceptions of the world. Even within that, even within me knowing that regardless of which location, I'm still all of those different ethnic groups. But just the geographic location could have such a big impact on my perception of the world. If I lived on the island versus living on the mainland in the world, if I lived, somewhere that's extremely cold versus somewhere that's very tropical, all these types of things can affect our view of the world. Some places are 4 seasons and others stay consistent, stay one season pretty much all year. Florida is a good example of that place. Anyway, pretty much anywhere that's near the equator is going to kind of be like that. So there are a lot of things that can have an impact on our perceptions in the world. And so the main reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times we can take these perceptions at face value as a form of objective truth when that's simply not the case. We could say that certain things are physically happening, but we can't necessarily say that they make up objective reality. And so I say this because a lot of times we make a lot of decisions in life and we treat the world and the other beings in the world based on our perceptions. And this can be positive or negative. This could be in a giving way or a taking way or receiving way. There's many ways that we can be affected by our perception to act a certain way in our environment. So it's just something to think about. Just think about what has affected your perception. See if you can even identify consciously what your perception of the world really is. And then once you do, see what has objective truth in it and see what may or may not. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Talk soon.